Hello everyone, we'll see today session on moment area method on overhanging beam. So this is your overhanging beam. Here this is given 10 kilonewton per meter, 5 kilonewton. BC is a hanging beam. So 4 and 2 meter distance. First EI is given to calculate theta A, delta C and delta D. So first draw find out reaction. So summation y equal to 0, upward as positive, VA plus VB equal to 10 into distance, that is 4 plus 5. This is in kilonewton per meter, so you have to convert into kilonewton. So just multiply by distance. Okay, that is a conversion from UDL to point load. Next you have find out moment at A is equal to 0, clockwise as positive. So minus VB into 4 plus, this is clockwise, so plus 10 into 4 into, for this perpendicular distances or centroidal distances half of the length, so 4 by 2 plus 5 into total distance up to A, that is 6, equal to 0. You will get VB. Then substitute VB here and get the value of VA. Next, to find out bending moment, you know that at A and at C will be equal to 0 at free end. So MB is 5 into point D, that is 2, minus 5 into 2 equal to 10 kilonewton per meter, minus, we know that upward as positive, downward as negative while calculating bending moment. That is the sign convention. Next MD is, which is equal to, this is plus 15.5 into D. D is nothing but center of this UDL beam. Okay, it will be at maximum bending moment will be at the center of the beam. So it is 2 meter. So 17.5 into 2 minus UDL you have to consider only up to this point D. So 10 into distance is 2. So 10 into 2 into 2 by 2, which is equal to 15 kilonewton meter. Just substitute it and draw this bending moment diagram. For UDL it will be parabolic curve and this is your straight line. Okay. Next we want, while for calculation we want this distance. That is this point is nothing but point of contraflexion. That is, it changes sign from plus to minus or minus to plus. That point is nothing but your point of contraflexion. To find out distance, if it is a point load and all, we can find out by using similar triangle. Here it is parabolic. Just you consider the bending moment at this point. Wherever it cuts, that point is equal to 0. So mark it as E. So bending moment at E equal to 0. Find out bending moment at E. So this force, that is 5 into up to this point E, this is nothing but X. So 2 plus X minus 5 into 2 plus X plus this one 27.5 into X. Next minus, just you have to consider this UDL only this part. Okay, so that is only distance up to X. So minus 10 into X by 2 or X square by 2, which is equal to 0. Just solve it and get the value of X. X is nothing but 0.5 meter. So this is 0.5 meter. The remaining distance will be 1.5 meter. Okay. EI, M by EI diagram is just divided by EI because I is same throughout. Next, they have asked to find out theta A and delta C, delta B, D. So first draw this diagram similar to simply supported beam. Here you have elastic curve as it will move like this, and at the point B you have support. So from support it will deflect downward or upward. That while calculating we will see how it is deflect. Just assume now deflection downward and mark it the values. So this will be a theta A. This is YBA and this smaller D1, D2 is YDA, and this is a deflection what is needed, that is delta D. Here delta C, this is needed and this is YCA. Then similar to simply supported beam, just calculate and get the value delta C and delta D. So first to know delta theta A, first find out this YBA. YBA nothing but region between B to A. So you have to consider area between B to A, and whichever is in the bottom, with respect to that you have to consider the centroid. Okay, so YBA is M by EI into X bar. So centroid with respect to B. So YBA is equal to what and all region it will cover? It will cover this first region, region 1, region 2, and the small part, that is region 3. So up to point B you have 3 regions. Everything it is UDL, so parabolic. So you should know this. For parabolic you have this formula for area and centroidal distance. Suppose if it is like this parabolic, then you have area as 2/3 of BD, and your centroidal distance from this edge you have 5/8 of B. So from this you will have 3/8 of B. Okay, just using this is find out. So first point, this area, it is like this. So 2/3 of BD, 2/3 into B into D. B is nothing but distance, that is 2 meter. 2 into this height is nothing but 15 by EI. So 15 by EI into perpendicular distance. For this perpendicular distance, see here we have 5/8. So but we want up to this distance, that is nothing but other side it is 3/8. Okay, left and right. So we want for B, it is nearer is right one. So right you have 3/8 of B. So 3/8 of B is 2 meter into, but you want distance up to this point B. So remaining this distance is again 2 meter. So you have to add it as plus 2. Okay. Next we'll come to next point, that is this point, plus again 2/3 of BD. B is here only this point. So this is nothing but 1.5, because this is 0.5, so it will be 1.5. So 2/3 of 1.5 into height is 15 by EI. Okay. Next 5/8. So see here, just mark it here. So centroidal distance will be somewhere here. So at this end, from end you will be having 5/8 of B. Here you will be having 3/8 of B. So we want nearer to B. Nearer to B is nothing but 5/8 of B. So it will be 5/8 of B. B is nothing but distance, that is 1.5, plus you have to consider up to B. So this x value is nothing but 0.5. So plus 0.5. Then last, the smaller part, it is negative region. So it is minus 1/3 into, for this it will be this curve. So it is area over here, it is 1/3 times BD. So 1/3 into B into D. B is 0.5, this into 10 by EI. This value is 10 by EI. So it is 10 by EI into centroidal distance. See here, centroidal distance. Just I will mark it here. The diagram is like this. Okay. So centroidal distance, you know from here it is 1/4 of B, and from here it is 3/4 of B. So which is nearer to B? This is your point B. So nearer is 1/4 of B. So this is nothing but 1/4 of B. 1/4 of B is 0.5. Just substitute, get the substitute EI and get the value of YBA. That is 0.0038 meter. Next, we'll to calculate theta A, you have YBA opposite by adjacent. So opposite is YBA, adjacent is AB. So YBA by AB. AB is from A to B, that is distance is 4 meters. So divided by 4, you are getting radius theta A. Next, to find out deflection, slope is done. Now to find out deflection, first we'll find out this delta D and then delta C. So that is similarly what you have studied in simply supported beam. First find out this YAD, YDA. Okay. So region is from D to A. This is your region D to A. So there you will have only this one region, that is only one will be there. So just write it. Area is 2/3 of B into D, 2 into 15 by ER into distance. See your distance. This is a centroidal distance. From here it is 5/8 of B. From here it is 3/8 of B. You want now with respect to B. So with respect to B is nothing but 3/8 of B. B is nothing but 2 meter. Just substitute EI and get the value of YDA, that is 7.5 into 10 power minus 4 meter. Next, consider this similar triangle. Triangle 1, this part and whole part. So AD D2 and AB B1. So from that you'll have this D2 divided by AD and B1 divided by AB. B1 is YBA. Okay, this is your relation from similar triangle. Then substitute everything, you will get DD2, and DD2 is 1.9 into 10 power minus 3 meter. Next, delta D. Delta D is only this region. So total you know now D2, then minus this D1, D1, D2 also you know that is nothing but YDA. So you have delta D is equal to DD2 minus YDA. Substitute it. DD2 is this and YDA is this. Just substitute and get the value of delta D. That is 1.15 to 10 power minus 3. So 1.15 millimeter. So next we will see delta C. To calculate delta C, first find out YCA. YCA you have to consider from A to C. So whole region 1, 2, 3, 4. So first we will take this one. That is area is 2/3 of BD. So 2/3 of B is 2 meter and D is 15 by EI. And centroidal distance you have to consider up to point C. Okay. So this nearer to C is this, that is 3/8 of B. 3/8 of B is nothing but 2 plus you have to consider up to C, that is 2 plus 2 4 meter. Okay. Next, second region, it is 2/3 of, your distance is 1.5 into 15 by EI. Again here nearer to C is 5/8 of B. B is 1.5 into this total distance. This is 0.5 and this is 2, so it will be 2.5. Next, you have the smaller one, that will be area is 1/3 of BD. B is 0.5, D is 10 by EI, which is into, and this part here you have written here. So here it is nearer is 1/4 of B. So 1/4 of B is 0.5 plus 2 up to C. So plus 2. Last one, this triangle part. So triangle is half into base into height. Half into B is 2. Height is 10 by EI. And this both are minus. Here negative sign. So minus area. So minus minus. And centroidal distance. Here for this you have at hypotenuse on this right angle you have 1/3 of B and here you have 2/3 of B. Okay. So for C it is nearer is 2/3 of B. 2/3 of B is 2 meter. Just substitute and get the value of YCA. YCA is nothing but 0.0065. 0.0065 meter. Okay, next we have to calculate delta D. First find out C2. YCA is done. Now find out from similar triangle CC2. So from similar triangle you have CC2 divided by AC, which is equal to YBA divided by AB. Similarly from previous step. So this CC2 divided by AC and this triangle, so YBA divided by AB. From that you will calculate CC2. Okay. CC2 is nothing but 9.5 into 10 power minus 4 into distance AC is 6 meter into 6. Just calculate, and therefore CC2 is nothing but 5.7 mm. 5.7 into 10 power minus 3 meter. Okay. Next, this CC1, which is nothing but 5.7 into 10 power minus 3 minus this YCA, that is 0.0065. Therefore CC1 or delta C equal to, you will get minus 8 into 10 power minus 4 meter, which is equal to 8 into 10 power 4 meter, and the deflection what you are assumed here, it is downward. If it is minus, it will be upward. Okay, this is your final delta C value. Is it clear? Next method is to find out conjugate beam method. In this conjugate beam method, so to find out this slope and deflection, okay, here for this slope and deflection you have to consider, for slope you have to consider shear force of the beam, and for deflection you will take bending moment of the beam. Only that is a difference while calculating in using conjugate beam method. Then first everything step is same. First you have to find out the bending moment diagram, then you draw M by EI diagram, then from that M by EI diagram you have to find out the shear force and bending moment value. That itself will be a slope of that point and deflection of that point. And you have to remember here 4 points. So here in the real beam, if you have real beam and imaginary beam or conjugate beam, there is a difference in support. Taking support, you have some difference. So first point, if you have here free end, that will be your fixed end in the conjugate beam, okay, and if it is fixed end in real beam in your problem, it will be free end in the conjugate beam. It will be reverse in the conjugate beam. Then while for roller support and hinge support, this is hinge and roller, that remains same. Hinge and roller will remain same. And fourth point, here the internal hinge or internal support, that is nothing but during the overhanging. Suppose this is your beam and this is your beam and this is your load, something acting. So that time this will be internal hinge in the conjugate beam. Okay, in this case it will be internal hinge. Okay, next we will see a problem on conjugate beam method. So this is the first problem. So you have UDL in the beam. It is 10 kN per meter. EI is given constant. Find out delta B and theta B and delta B. Okay, first find out bending moment value. So you have here MB is 0, MA is minus because downward as negative. So minus 10 into 4 into 4, 4 by 2 UDL. So minus 80 kilonewton meter. Mark it. This is 80 and this is 0 and this is UDL. So it is parabolic curve. And this is, now to draw M by EI diagram. For that just draw M by EI is nothing but 80 by EI, bending moment value divided by EI. And you know that in the conjugate beam you have fixed beam has free end and free end as fixed beam. So here this is B is fixed. So here you mark it as fixed beam, and so fixed beam, here this is your reaction BB dash and MB dash. Okay, so that you have to first find out. So first find out BB dash. So summation y equal to 0, upward as positive. So here you have, and this negative, so here the value will be downward. So this is nothing but minus 80 by EI and it is parabolic curve. So for this you have from there 1/3 of BD. So 1/3 of B is 4 meter, D is minus 80 by EI plus this VB dash. Okay. Therefore find out VB dash. VB dash nothing but value is 106.67 by EI. Next find out net moment at B dash. Okay, for that you have again same. So net moment at B dash, so this is anti-clockwise, so minus 1/3 of 4 into 80 by EI. Then this moves it is clockwise, so plus MB dash equal to 0. Okay, therefore MB dash is nothing but distance into this distance. You want to simplify. Suppose this is your centroidal. So here you have, for that it is 1/4 of B and this is 3/4 of B. So here for B dash it is nearer is 3/4 of B. So 3/4 of B is nothing but how much? It is 4 plus MB dash equal to 0. Therefore MB dash is 320 by EI. So positive, whatever you assumed is correct. So this is nothing but 320 by EI and VB dash is nothing but 106.67 by EI. Next, find out theta B. Theta B is nothing but shear force at B dash. So find out shear force at B dash. For shear force, if you are going from left to right, you have downward as negative, upward as positive. This is a sign convention. So shear force at B dash you have theta B, that is nothing but minus, it is downward, so minus you have take this area, so 1/3 of BD 80 by EI into 4, which is nothing but minus 106.67 by EI. Next, to find out delta B, that is nothing but bending moment at B dash. Okay, so bending moment at B dash is nothing but, take here again it is downward, so minus 1/3 of 80 by EI into 4 into perpendicular distance with respect to B dash. So it is 3/4 of 4, which is equal to 320 minus 320 by EI. This is nothing but your slope and deflection at the point B. Okay, that's all. Thank you.